Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the Vedic literature. It is probably the most ancient literature compiled by mankind. Many people date it as early as 1700 BC. When we talk about Vedic literature, it is not just one book or any particular subject that we are talking about, but Vedic literature consists many such books which were compiled and created during the time frame of 1700 BCE to 500 AD. In this, most of the later texts were called Puranas and Itihasas. To understand Vedic literature, let me draw you a table so that we can understand how Vedic literatures are categorized into many divisions. So, first, before I talk about the table, let us understand where does this word Vedic comes from. Vedic comes from the Sanskrit word Vid, which means knowledge. So, when we try to make the table, let us understand how Vedas are categorized into different sections. So, when we talk about Vedas, Vedas are divided first of all into two important sections. First are called Samhitas and the second are called Smritis. Samhitas contain the Shrutis or the first important books compiled under the Vedic literature. Obviously, as we know, the first book under Vedas was Rig Veda, which was followed by Samaveda, and then we had Yajur Veda, and finally we had Atharva Veda. These four Vedas together are known as Shrutis. Shrutis means divine revelation. The sages got to hear it from the mouth of Brahma or from the mouth of the divine creator, and as they remembered what they had heard, or as they heard whatever Brahma or the divine creator told them, they compiled the Vedas. As such, Vedas are also known as Nitya, means eternal, because it is said that they were not created in a particular period of time. They were heard by the sages, and as they heard means Shruti, or as they listened to what was told to them, they wrote these Vedas. Each Veda come with their own Brahmana, Aranyak, and Upanishad. All these texts together are called Samhitas. Now, let us understand what are Smritis. Under Smritis, we have Vedanga, Upaveda, Shutras, Puranas, and finally Itihasas. Now, let us understand how each of these books have been defined in history. So, now let us talk about the Shrutis. The first important book of the Samhita is obviously Rig Veda. Rig Veda is one of the oldest book compiled by humankind, and it is also one of the oldest and largest book of the Vedic Samhita. In Rig Veda, there are 117 hymns plus 11 Valkhalya hymns. 1017 hymns plus 11 Valkhalya's hymn, which if you sum it up, there are in total 1028 hymns. The text is divided into 10 mandalas or chapters. Each chapter is written by a particular saint. Few of the important saints are sage Kayasth, Vishwamitra, Vasishtha, Bhrigu. They are few of the important sage who are associated with the writing of each chapter of Rig Veda. In Rig Veda, we also find some important information about society. So, the third mandala is considered a very important chapter because it is written by Rishi Vishwamitra and contains the most important mantra of Rig Veda called Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra. In Rig Veda, the first and 10th chapter or the mandala is seen as the latest edition or the latest mandala, whereas second to seventh mandala are the oldest. In the 10th mandala, we find the Purushukta and Nadi Struti hymns. So, you can write in the 10th mandala we find Purushukta and Nadi Struti Shotra. Both these hymns are very important. In Purushukta hymn, for the first time, we get the information about the caste system or the division of society into 4 varnas, whereas Nadi Shukta hymns give us the information about various rivers of India. Now, after Rig Veda, let us talk about Sham Veda. Sham Veda contains hymns which have the characteristic of poetry or which are musical in nature. Most of the hymns of Sham Veda have been taken from Rig Veda. So, we can write it contains hymns having poetic nature. So, Sham Veda is basically a replication of those hymns of Rig Veda which have certain poetic nature. The next or the third Veda is Yajur Veda. This is the Veda of ritual, where all the rituals of or religious practices have been described, and we call it the Veda of Yajur or ritual. Yajur Veda is further divided into two categories called Shukla Yajur. This is the portion which is written in prose. Sorry, in poetry. Shukla Yajur is written in poetry and Krishna Yajur. This section is written in prose. So, this is Yajurveda, and finally we have Atharva Veda. This is the last Veda of the Vedic plethora, and it is also known as non-Aryan Veda because it contains the spell and magical charm. So, this is all about the Vedas.